My dear friends, after doing sitting, standing, and walking meditation, now our mind is more quiet and more calm, more peaceful, more still, as well as more aware and more awake. These are the qualities and skills what we are trying to cultivate and establish by practicing meditation, by meditating, by being aware on our breath, and by being aware on our walk, and by being aware on our bodily sensations. We walk on this path slowly and calmly and gradually. We cannot run or accelerate the journey, but better to do slowly, slow walk, slow journey. Then we can enjoy. We can see subtle details of the journey when we walk slowly. For meditation, yeah, it's a journey. But it looks like it is not looks like as a journey, because we are staying with the breath. We are always focusing on our in and out breathing. Yeah, intellectually we know the breath is how important. We know that. Intellectually and theoretically, we all know how important and how valuable our breath is. No one can say there is something else more valuable than the breath. Can we say something is there, it is more valuable than the breath? There are valuable things, valuable people, valuable things, places, devices, machines, gold, pearls, gems, diamonds. Yeah, they are valuable. Money, that's true. But the breath is more valuable than all the other valuable things in the universe. Because of what? Why? The breath gives them values. The breath gives us a value, even to ourselves. If the breath doesn't come, If the breath does not come, then what happens to us? Then what happens to our valuables? Are they still valuable things for us? If we are not breathing anymore, any longer, jewelries, gems, diamonds, gold, money, possessions, places, houses, cars, smartphones, are they really valuable anymore for a person who is not breathing? No, they are useless. They are useless. And we are valuable because we are breathing. Others appreciate us. Others say they like us, they love us. And if you ask why you love me, why you like me, why you respect me, yes, they may say good qualities, skills, good characteristic uh, qualities, external appearances. They may say so many things. That's true. That's why they like us. Or we like someone. But if we stop to breathe, then is there anyone say, you are still valuable. I love you. I like you. I want you forever. No. No. Whenever we stop to breathe, it's finished. The game is over. Then nobody wants to touch us. Nobody wants to kiss us. Nobody wants to hug us. No. And nobody wants to keep us forever. This is the reality. What we don't like to think. The breath is behind each value. Each respect is behind, not the in front, the behind. So we know this. We intellectually, we know this is the knowledge, ordinary knowledge, common sense. But even though all are true and very true, all these points and aspects are very true, but my dear friends, staying with the breath, being with the breath, observing the breath is not a sweet experience at all, not interesting and exciting experience at all. It's very dull, very dull, tasteless experience. That's why it is so difficult to concentrate on the breath and keep our concentration with the breath, because the mind is always looking for a taste, looking for a flavor, looking for some excitement, negative or positive, whatever. This is the condition. This is the nature of our mind. But now we ask our mind to stay with something which is tasteless, sweetless, and no excitement at all. Maybe first time in our life. Always we find excitements for the mind. When the mind says, this is boring, then we supply some excitement to our mind. When we look at the TV, a TV channel, and if that whatever is showing, displaying in the screen is boring, is very ugly, then we change the channel. And we are looking for some excitement, some interesting sceneries. That means we are giving some excitement to the mind whenever the mind says, this is tasteless, that is ugly. This is the way we train our mind. This is the way we condition our mind from our childhood time. Adults gave us some toys when we are kids. When we were kids, they gave us small doll or toy. And in the beginning, so interesting. We keep it, we grasp it from our both hands. And we do not allow anyone to take it, to even touch it. Because that's our life. A toy is our life. The doll is our world, whole world. We don't want to eat anything. We don't want to drink anything. Even we don't want to sleep. So interesting and so exciting. And for how long? For how long? Only for a couple of days. And after a couple of days, what happens? The doll is in somewhere else. A toy is in another place. Even though we see it, we don't care. We do not care. It's nothing. It is nothing now. In the beginning, it was our world. It was our world. We didn't allow anybody to take it. We wanted to keep it always with us in the beginning. But later, it is becoming nothing. Now we don't care. If anyone take it, okay, no problem. Even we don't know. And now, after that, we are looking for a new toy, a new doll. And whenever our parents give us a new toy, again, same game starts. Again, we start to play the same game with 100% interest, 100% excitement. We start with 100% and end up with 0 within a couple of hours or within a couple of days. And my dear friends, I think no one knows how many times we have played this game. Always we are looking for excitement and interesting things. And excitement and interest are vanishing and evaporating so quickly. It doesn't need longer period of time. And this is the way we condition our mind. from our childhood time. And after 30 years, after 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, we train our mind in this way, and now suddenly we ask our mind to stay with the breath, be with the breath, watch the breath, watch, look at, see. So when we use these words, look at it, watch it, then the mind thinks it is something like a movie, interesting movie, thriller movie, something like that. So mind always start to see something, start to watch something, start to look at something with this attitude. I want to see something interesting, something excitement. So mind comes to see the in and out breathing. Mind comes to watch in and out breathing. And mind is trying to look at the in and out breathing with this expectation. Breath must be very interesting object. Because intellectually it is so important. We know, intellectually we know the breath is so important, so valuable. We cannot live without breathing. And with all these intellectual backgrounds and knowledge and expectations, the mind starts to meditate on the breath. So what a disappointment. What a disappointment. After being with couple of in and out breathing, mind says, oh, what a boring object. What a tasteless object. No taste at all. Nothing. Why are you asked me to stay with the breath? Why? So mind is questioning now. Why are you asked me to stay with the breath? Look at the breath. Nothing to see. Nothing to look at. Nothing to watch. So we say, no. We can, this is a very important exercise. Meditation, we are doing meditation. Meditation is something so meaningful, something so useful, something so valuable. Let us do. So we try to motivate our mind by saying these things. And mind says, okay, okay. And again mind starts to watch the next breath. But same. Nothing. It is nothing for the mind. No colors in the breath. No colors. No beautiful colors. Even no ugly colors either. No beautiful shape. No beautiful melody. No beautiful smell. No aroma. No beautiful taste and no beautiful touch. Sense. Nothing. So mind is used to be with something if it is either colorful, either melodical, either tasty, or good smell, or good feeling. The mind says something is good because of one of these reasons. And now mind is looking. Is the breath beautiful? No. No beauty at all. Difficult to see it. Is the breath melodical, musical? No. No. Good smell? No. Good taste? No. Good feeling? No. So we had to say no, 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 no. We cannot say yes. No, 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 no. First time we say this, no, 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 no. Then the mind is unable to understand why it has to be with the breath, why it has to stay with the breath if no. No at all, not at all. Then why it has to? Why I have to stay with the breath? Then the mind takes it as a punishment. Oh, this is a punishment. And most, my dear friends, most people think the meditation is a punishment. It's a punishment. Because of this. Sometimes our mind is continuing some jobs because of some hopes. Yes, whatever it is doing today might be neutral, might be no taste, but it will give a taste tomorrow. So the mind is asking this question, will be the breath tasty, colorful after meditating? How long I had to meditate to see the beautiful colors in breath? How long I had to meditate to hear the beautiful melody of the breath, to smell the aroma, to feel the taste? What is the answer? To be honest, we had to say, how long you meditate, you are not be able to experience any taste of the breath. It will be not tasty at all. And that is very true, my dear friend. If you meditate for 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, still the breath is breath. It is so boring object. The breath is very boring object. The breath does not become an interesting object at all unless if you are sinking in the water. Then yes, then we need to breathe. But other than that, the breath is not becoming a tasty object at all. So the mind is unable to understand this logic. Oh, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Why are you punishing me? So now mind is struggling. So mind wants to do some revolution now against us, against the meditation. That's why, my dear friends, we have this question. Most meditators say this, that when they do this breathing meditation, then they have thousands of thoughts, more thoughts than when they are not meditating. And also, thousands of thoughts are coming when they do breathing meditation, but when they do other meditation like metta, less thoughts, maybe no thoughts. That's true. That is very true. There might be some other reasons for this, but that is very true. Very, very true. Because the mind is now struggling, it is fighting against the meditation. We can understand this. We introduce tasty food to a person from childhood time with salt, with all the ingredients, with all the flavors, salt, lime, sugar, and all the other taste, flavors, and ingredients. We introduce food for a person for 10 years, 15 years, 30 years, 50 years. And suddenly we say, now you have to eat this just whatever, no rice, no salt, no sweet, no nothing, no flavors, only just like potato or something without any flavor. And we can understand what happens to that person. No? It's so bitter. It's so bitter experience. And every day, not only one day, morning, same. Lunch, for the lunch, same. For the dinner, same. Tomorrow, same. Day after tomorrow, same. Next week, same. Who is going to eat accepting that meal? I think nobody. Nobody, even prisoners, they don't accept. So if we supply that kind of food, same food without any flavor, every day for the breakfast, lunch and dinner, then my dear friends, what they are doing? They do some protest, fight. That's normal. So now mind is fighting because, and there is no hope for the mind. It's very sure that the breath is not becoming tasty at all in near future or later. No. Then my dear friends, most of us give up the practice. This is one of the reasons for giving up the practice. On one hand, the breath is not interesting object at all, and on the other hand, the mind is fighting against it. And we don't know because no hope, no guarantee. And therefore, we give up the practice. To stay in the practice, we need something. Then, how possible to then continue the practice? How possible? We need faith, trust. We need the confidence or trust or faith. The Buddhist term is saddha. That is Pali, saddha. Simply we can translate it as faith. Faith. Faith in what? Faith in the breath? No. No. Then faith in what? Faith in the mind. Faith in the mind. If the mind is continually staying with the breath and observing the breath, then something is going to happen to the mind, not to the breath. Of course, the breath is becoming subtle. That is not something special thing. That is not something important. What happens to the breath? We are not doing this meditation to do something to the breath or to change the pattern of the breathing or the rhythm of the breathing. That is not our aim. We don't have to regulate the breath. If it happens, let it happen. But we are changing our mind. So mind start to change. That is the thing what we want to practice this meditation, to change the mind. The mind is becoming sharp. The mind is becoming awake, alert, and calm. Calm and peaceful. So if the mind is becoming calm and peaceful and quiet, then the mind starts to experience the taste of calmness, the taste of peacefulness, the taste of stillness. So this is the real transformation. The breath is not becoming tasty at all. From beginning to the end, the breath, it is tasteless. Yes, from beginning to the end of this journey, the breath is tasteless, sweetless. But the mind is becoming tasty. The mind is becoming beautiful. The mind is becoming melodical. So first the mind is starting to experience the taste of calmness, the taste of peacefulness, and the taste of stillness. But not the first day, not the second day, maybe not the first week, maybe not the first month. That's why we need this faith of the mind, or faith in the mind. We trust the mind. So mind has to trust itself. That is called saddha, faith. If I continue this practice, then I can refine myself. I can refine myself. By refining myself, I can relax. I can relax. By relaxing myself, I can be calm. By calming myself, I can be peaceful. And I can be still. But all these things are actually hopes, just hopes in the beginning. Beautiful hopes. But we have to believe them. We need the trust, the faith. Without faith, my dear friends, yeah, we can meditate. Still, one can meditate without this faith. But then we have to make a lot of effort. Big effort. And the practice is very dry, because no heart is not there. Therefore, sometimes this mindful practice is very dry. The modern mindfulness practice is Sometimes it's very dry. But it's okay. It's okay if someone can practice just mindfulness without these hopes. It's okay. But with the faith, then the practice becomes joyful, gentle. When the heart is there, then it is easier to do it. And when we add faith into our practice, when we collect or when we connect the faith into our practice, only then, my dear friends, we can overcome this first barrier. This is the first barrier of our practice. The mind says, this is no taste, no taste, no taste, no taste. I cannot eat this tasteless food for the breakfast, for the lunch, for the dinner, for tomorrow, for next week, next month. No, no, no. Enough, enough, enough. But we say, no, if you eat this food every day, yeah, it is tasteless. We are not saying it is tasty, no, it is tasteless. But if you eat every day, then one day you will be able to discover your own tasty, your own beauty. So with this faith, it is easier to continue the practice. So this is the first key to open the first gate. So this gate is locked with this all these happenings. The mind locked this first barrier. Mind makes a barrier. But with faith, we can open this barrier. We can overcome this barrier. We can go beyond this barrier. But still, the breath is boring. We ask our mind, please continue to be with the breath. Continue to watch the breath. Yeah, I know it is no taste, it is boring, but please continue. So mind is trying now, again trying. But still no taste. So then the vehicle of faith can bring our mind only up to certain distance. Only it can help us to go beyond the first barrier. But we cannot continue this journey only with the faith. No. But it is important for the first part of the journey, the faith. And then we come to the second obstacle, the second barrier. What is the second barrier? Now mind is sleepy. If we ask our mind to do something again and again and again and again and again, which the mind is unable to enjoy, then what is the result? It makes the mind sleepy. Yes, as my talks, it makes you sleepy. So the meditation makes us sleepy. And whenever you want to sleep, you just have to think about the meditation. That's enough. Even you don't have to meditate. Just think about meditation and easily you can sleep. So you see many people are falling to sleep while meditating. But they have sleeping disorders. When they want to sleep in the night, they cannot sleep. But whenever they start to meditate, sleep, fall into sleep within 1 minute, within 5 minutes. This is the psychology behind it. If we force our mind to do something again and again and again and again, which is something ugly, something not tasty, something not interesting, and something not beautiful, no excitement. In the first reaction is dullness, and the second reaction is sleepiness. Now the faith is unable to fight with the sleepiness. The faith can fight with this boring feeling. The faith can give us some hope. Faith and hope are going together. It is okay. But now the faith, the key of the faith is not working to open the second door, second barrier, clear the second barrier of sleepiness. Now we have to find another tool, another key, which is suitable to work with sleepiness. That is called effort. Now we have to make a little bit more effort to be in the present, to watch the breath, to keep the mind in the present moment. We have to make more effort now. The second tool is called virya. That is Pali word. Buddhist term is virya. Virya. Virya means the effort, the energy. So now we have to invest more energy onto the practice whenever we feel that our mind is sleepy and drowsy and lazy. The second part of the journey, we can go by the vehicle of effort. The first part of the journey, we could go by the vehicle of faith. So my dear friends, whenever you feel sleepy or drowsy or lazy, please increase your effort to be in the present, to watch the breath, to correct your posture. That is important. That is the time you have to work with your effort. Please do not allow your mind to fall into sleep. That is very important. If we allow our mind to fall into sleep, then it happens next day. We think, today, okay, but tomorrow I will meditate. But when we sit to meditate, tomorrow, same. That sleepiness comes even earlier than today. Tomorrow it will be coming earlier than today. And the third day, whenever we sit and close our eyes, we feel sleepy. Therefore, my dear friends, please do not surrender to the sleepiness. You have energy, you have effort. Now, this is the right time to use your savings. And with effort, we can overcome the sleepiness. We can overcome the sleepiness with effort, with virya. And we again continue. Now no boring. It is not boring, and we are not falling to sleep. We overcome both. Now we have overcome both disturbances, but the practice is still same. The mind is still not experiencing anything nice, anything beautiful. Therefore, now the mind is starting to dream without falling to sleep, but the mind is starting to dream, wondering. More than wondering, it is now dreaming. Poor mind, my dear friends, poor mind. So it is dreaming for some joyful experiences, some pleasant and happy experiences. Now it is dreaming. Maybe it starts to watch the breath. Soon after it is watching the breath, it starts to dream for something. So this is the third stage. Now we are facing to the third barrier. We have to go through this dreaming state of the mind. We have to go through it, otherwise we are being stuck. We are being stuck in the middle of dreams. And we don't know whether we are awake or asleep. It's like a half sleep, half awake state. And mind is now dreaming. So we don't feel any pain now. Now, the body is not complaining. The body did complain earlier, but now when we are in this third stage, in the dreaming stage, then the mind is dreaming. Therefore, when the mind is dreaming, then we are not able to experience any physical pain. So it is relatively nice. We can sit for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, even 1 hour. We can sit. We can sit still, but we are not meditating. The mind, whenever we sit, mind starts to dream for something. And then time is passing. Time is passing quickly. Whenever we are dreaming, my dear friends, we don't feel time. We don't feel time. It is easier to kill the time. By dreaming, easier to kill the time. We can kill the time just by dreaming. But we cannot meditate. We can just kill the time to go through this third mess, without being stuck in the middle of this dreaming state. Now we had to uh, improve our mindfulness more than before. The mindfulness is the only vehicle which can go through the dreaming mind, the dreaming consciousness. Because one of the functions of mindfulness is being awake, stay awake. So now we have to be more alert, more alert, more aware, and more mindful, more than before, more than before. So this is the right time to increase our mindfulness, increase our mindfulness. The Buddhist term is sati, sati. So we have used, or we are using three vehicles. We have to use each vehicle from the right time up to the right place. The first vehicle is faith. The second one is effort. The third one is mindfulness. But it doesn't mean that we are not using mindfulness in the very beginning. No, mindfulness is there. But the main actor of this movie is changing. From the beginning, the faith is the main role of the practice. When the mind is feeling boring, mind gets bored, and then the mind is falling to sleep. The effort is the main role, and when the mind is dreaming, then the mindfulness. So we have to be skillful to use the right key, to open the right door, to use the right vehicle to go through different difficulties. And then, my dear friends, after we going through this dreaming state of our consciousness, then the mind becomes still. Only then the mind is becoming still. The mind is becoming peaceful, and the mind is becoming calm. That is called samadhi. Samadhi. It's a famous word, samadhi. Samadhi means the mind is composed. The mind is settled down. So when the mind is calm, settled down, only then the mind is starting to experience the taste of meditation, not before. The real taste of meditation comes now. When the mind is in this samadhi state. Now mind experience what it believed in the beginning, what the faith said to the mind. If you meditate, 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 if you be with the breath for a good enough time, only then you can experience your own taste. You can see your own beauty. And now we don't need the faith. The mind doesn't need the faith because now they are real experiences. The mind is experiencing them. Then no need to believe it. And my dear friends, this is, you can say, the joy of present moment. or the joy of stillness, the joy of peacefulness, the joy of inner silent, whatever, or the joy of samadhi. So it looks like uh, you come to the edge of something. You come to the edge, something like you walk, and finally you come to the edge. And if you take one more step, then you are falling down. So we are afraid of falling down. That's true. We are afraid of falling down. So we can stay at the edge of samadhi, edge of stillness. But that's the surface of stillness. We have to take one more step and let ourselves fall down. Fall down into the samadhi. Fall down into stillness. Don't afraid, because there is no bottom. There is no bottom. Always falling and falling and falling. Therefore, no pain if there is no bottom. Then why we have to be afraid? No pain. It's always falling. You can fall into the depth of stillness. Depth of stillness which is bottomless. Bottomless. The stillness does not have any bottom. Nothing. How much you meditate, that much you can experience the joy of stillness. Then the mind doesn't want to give up the practice. Even the whole world say, don't meditate, but the mind meditates. Up to that, my dear friends, we had to make effort, we had to trust, and we had to be mindful. So please understand the practical importance and practical applications of these three spiritual tools or instruments: the faith, the effort, and the mindfulness. Thank you very much.